March, Pocatello is one of the cheapest places to live in the United States. That's according to a list compiled by Forbes.com. The list was created by looking at the cost of living, quality of schools, as well as unemployment and crime rates. Pocatello was number 6 on the list. Some of the factors that led to this decision include a median income of $55,000, average home prices of $108,000, an unemployment rate of 9%, and then a crime rate of 250 per 100,000 residents, and then a rating of 6 from Great Schools. Number 1 spot on the list went to Sandusky, Ohio. So here to talk about that place on the list and a few other issues facing Pocatello is Pocatello Mayor Brian Blad. Mayor, thanks for being here. We appreciate that.
Absolutely.
So we've done stories like this before about Pocatello being a fair place to live, reasonably less expensive than some other places, and a lot of times the comment we'll get back on that is it's cheap to live here because our wages are too low. Is that a fair assessment of living in Pocatello, and is this kind of spot on a list helpful, say, in economic development?
Well, first of all, I think that it depends on where you're coming from. Are people paid okay here? Yeah, they're paid a decent wage for the Intermountain West area. Are there places that you can get paid a lot more? Absolutely. The larger cities, you're going to get paid a lot more for some of this stuff. Economic development-wise, people are looking. Places are looking for places just like Pocatello, so that they can relocate here. Their costs will stay down compared to the San Antonios, the Chicagos, the Los Angeleses, and stuff like that. So their costs will stay down.
Yeah. Well, let's stick with economic development. So I moved here in spring of 2000, and at that time, the old Fred Meyer building was already vacant. The new Fred Meyer was still about 6 months from opening, but that building's been vacant for about 12 years now or more. And it seems like there is a new effort on some of that property with the Howard Hughes Corporation listing the Alameda Plaza as a place, as an opportunity for commercial development. Any insight you can offer on that?
You know what? The best thing that could happen to Pocatello for that corner was the Howard Hughes Corporation getting that into their possession. They've the city council. They asked the city council to split it up into 5 different lots, and so we did. It's been subdivided now into five different parcels, so that now they can go out and see about getting tenants to come in. And if there is one tenant that's been very interested in the area, they want to own it, the land. Howard Hughes likes to build and lease, and so they've had a problem. Well, I have a feeling that them subdividing this out will help them be able to sell a portion of it, and then do whatever they need to on the other 4.
Well, let's hope that gets done pretty quick. It's been kind of vacant there for a while.
I think this summer, I'm hoping before summer hits, that we'll see the Fred Meyer building come down and new buildings start being built. So.
Last night on this newscast, we did a story about Pocatello coming up short about a little more than $500,000 because of some property tax issues within the county. How do you account for that in the budget? I mean, $500,000 isn't a huge chunk of your overall budget, but it's still $500,000.
Well, yeah, you're right. It's still $500,000. We budget very tight, and so what we'll have to do is get into some reserves. We'll have to cut an awful lot of stuff. We've been looking at where we can cut and what we can do, and luckily we've had a good snow year. Unfortunately, because we haven't had to plow roads, it didn't save us $500,000, but it saved us some, and so we'll harvest that money. That we won't have to spend that. There's some other areas that we'll just cut. We just won't buy some things that we planned on buying. We'll just have to put things off.
Anything on the new police chief search?
New police chiefs, we've got the applications should all be done by the end of this week, I think tomorrow. We'll go through them. We'll start the hiring process. We'll look through them, do the interviews. In the middle to end of April, hopefully be able to hire somebody by the middle to end of May.
And then anything that we talked about Alameda Plaza, anything people can look forward to and projects or changes coming up in the next couple of months?
You know, we're working with a lot of people right now. We do have a company that I believe is just on the verge, if they haven't signed already the deal to come, should bring 300 jobs to Pocatello. And so over the last couple of years, we've added about 1,500 jobs. It's just we've lost about 3,500, and so 1,500's not near enough to get back. So we still have a lot of work to do. But we do have a company that is very interested, I believe is signing. Should be about 300 jobs there, and then we're just aggressively working and looking for other companies to come here. And we have a couple that are interested, but we'll see what we can do.
Well, we hope let us know about the new one coming in when it's all signed and sealed.
Absolutely.
All
When
right.
we know, we will.
Thank you very much for being here tonight. We appreciate it, Mayor.
Thank you for having me.